Hello, everyone. Welcome to another edition of Bitcoin Technical Update. This is the Crypto Cowboy that is not a cowboy. And it's about May 13th at about 1:30 Chicago time. Um, it's been a week, I think, since I've made the last video. I think it was on the last Monday. So here I come with a newer update. Um, Yeah, it's Bitcoin. It's been punching through our levels. It's been, it's had a nice run up. It still looks pretty bullish. If you have time and you want to go back and see my video from last Monday, I think we were kind of in the middle of this consolidation area, and we were trying to count what this is and how it can develop. We were looking for some targets around 6,000 area. The market blew through that, and I think I've mentioned that's the possibility, and there is no reason to short or um, to start turning bearish onto this market at any point and just kind of let the market develop. So right now we are very close to about $8,000, 17,926 I think was the high, and the market continues to act pretty strongly. All the negative news that were around Tether, around Binance being hacked, and all that stuff is being brushed off to the side. And you know, as as a trader, even though you're a technical trader and you look only at the charts, possibly, we keep an eye on the talk and what's happening around. And whenever you see that, price is not moving lower on bad news, you know that the market is strong and it's about to do exactly the opposite. And, in hindsight, this is what happened. So we definitely kind of punched through this, heavy resistance at about 60 to 20. The market, didn't even stop here much. I just consolidated for a little bit and we shoot up higher. And, we're still monitoring the development of this uh, wave count, which started back in December, through a wave one orange, pull back into, and then we are in the middle of this wave three. Um, we don't know where this is going to end. And, Elliott wave, it's probably, one of the, only tools out there that can try to identify based on Fib projections and counts, where the market has a chance to turn. And usually when you have a third wave, once you pass 100% equality of wave three versus one, so you count, you measure the length of this wave one, and then you would have 100% on this wave two. That's a minimum standard kind of requirement for a wave two. Then for a wave three, then the next one, it's about 161.8 multiple of wave one, and we've blown through that as well. So right now we are at 261.8 multiple of wave one, and we've blown through that. Now, these are kind of extreme levels of price extension into a wave three. So getting cautious at this level is okay. That doesn't mean that the market will turn back and start developing into a wave four right away. Um, Markets have a tendency of extending more than everybody thinks, and right now we're just monitoring and see where we are into this wave three. So here is what I'll do. I'll just kind of go back and kind of subdivide where we are, and I might have modified a little bit the internal structure of this wave count from the previous video just to allow for a longer move. But you can see clearly how we have a 1-2. Then this wave one stays the same, which is a 1-2. I think I can see 5 waves in this wave as a 3, very small 4, comparable to this. And now we are in some kind of an extended 5th wave. And what I'm looking for here is I'm looking for this wave 5 to finish at some point. This could still very well be a wave 3. So, this wave 3 blue can be up here. Then we still need a wave 4. So that's why it's very hard to count, when the market is so strong and trending, where the wave counts are, because you don't have a retracement to base your count off. Okay, so here was clearly that you have the retracements, here's was consolidation, but right now there's nothing that tells us that the market is stopped. So you need a few days of sideways price action to tell you that you're either on a wave four, or you finished the fifth and you're going into a, some sort of an ABC retracement into a wave four. So if I go back to more subdivisions, this clearly subdivides into five waves, wave three, wave four, and then this is like in wave five. So if I go to a 6-hour chart, I'm trying to count if we can see, 5 waves structure inside this. And if I start from the bottom here, I can go and say 1, 2, 3, 4, triangle 4, wave 5. This would be a wave 1. We have a wave 2. We could be having a wave 3 finished up here, a wave 4 that's here, and possibly a wave 5 completion at some point here shortly. Now, we don't know, how long this wave 5 it's going to run, or even if it's a wave 5. It looks like it could be a wave 5. If I kind of can go back into a 5-hour chart, you can see that again here we have a 1, 2, then another 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's multiple subdivisions here, and it's possible that this could be a terminal move, maybe into 8,200 or a little bit higher. But until this kind of count finishes, it's hard to say. So let's go back to a 6-hour, and I just kind of want to look and see what would be the next movement if this wave 3 is to extend even larger, right? So 2618 was about 74.80, and then if I go higher, the next one would be a 423 extension. So that's at about 12,000, right? So that would be an extreme move for Bitcoin to get up there. Is it impossible? It's not. If you're in the middle of a third wave or a third of a third of a third, the markets can, surprise everybody and just kind of get up there. But I want to stay cautious and just see what happens still at around, around these levels here. And let's get a little bit more confirmation, from this wave 5 in what's going on, and see if the market is indeed powerful enough to keep marching upwards. All right. Again, I want to draw your attention to the candles, and I mentioned that briefly in the previous video as well. And I like to keep this, as a separate chart, just to kind of study the price action and how, without putting any Elliott wave on it, I want to see how the bulls and the bears behave. So if you can see kind of from the December lows, we've only had basically, and this is a weekly chart, we've only had like 1 week of, some heavy selling. The rest of it was pretty much full-on bull price action. So until we see something like this developing at some point into this chart, there is no reason to think that the market is turning down. You got to see some sort of a rejection into the price action, some sort of a bearish engulfing candle to give you a little bit confirmation. But in one of my previous videos, I've also compared Litecoin versus Bitcoin in terms of candlesticks. And if you look at Litecoin, you will see that, and if you pull a candle chart, you will see that Litecoin advanced way faster than Bitcoin into the candles. And right now, we are at about similar levels into Litecoin and Bitcoin, where the candles kind of surpassed this final triangle move back in the fall. So we are approaching now. What I'm saying is we are approaching in Bitcoin the levels where Litecoin is actually at. Maybe that's why Litecoin has been, kind of lagging and, waiting in the shadows to see what the Bitcoin would do. So, like I said, we had three small consolidation candles here. We broke through this trend line, and we are onwards and upwards. Very clear third wave price action, even by not putting the wave counts, you can see the 1, 2, and then this is a big third wave up. We'll see where this wave will finish up, but as soon as this is done, then you can probably expect some kind of a pullback into a wave 4 that will match this wave over here. So if it's going to be here or a little bit higher, again, it's impossible to tell until the market stops running, right? So there will be something like this, possible into a wave 4, then a wave 5 up, and then we're looking for a bigger correction down, and then we can shoot back up higher. So this is kind of the plan over the next, let's say, 6-7 months into Bitcoin and see what happens. Could it keep going straight up higher? Yeah, but markets get tired. So it's actually good to have healthy corrections in an uptrend, just so you can see clear early old wave patterns and human psychology, that kind of helps fuel the next up leg into the market. All right. Okay, so this is all I've got for today. As a bottom line, I'm going to go back and just review the chart. I have a few other wave counts that I don't want to confuse you with. I'll briefly run through them. This is one more that says 1, 2, and then we're still fighting into this wave 3 higher. This could be, like I said, the 3 blue, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, still to move higher. There is another one here that's kind of in a green. I was expecting this triangle to form into a wave 4, then 5, and then this one kind of calls the move complete into this extending wave 5th, which you're developing right now, followed by that, larger pullback in a wave 4. So, I'm just kind of being cautious here because I know we're a little bit overextended. I don't want to call the end of the run. I think it's silly to do that. Markets, like I said, can surprise. If you are still long, enjoy it or tied up your stop losses below day's lows. Usually what you can do is, if you have a day low here, you can set up the stops here and let this thing run, because with every single daily candle that's bullish, your stop should be higher and higher and higher. So this way you're kind of trailing your profits if you're able to catch anything like this. But we've been, if you watch all my videos, we've been, calling for this and monitoring the development into a bullish phase, ever since Bitcoin was around $4,000. So we almost doubled since then. All right. You can kind of follow my regular 4-hour updates on TradingView under Crypt Cowboy. I do regular posts up there, and I'll try to do more frequent videos as well. If you like the content, give me some thumbs up. I'm sorry, and subscribe to the channel. All right. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.